We have Cyrus on?
Yep.
Cyrus McQueen.
What's good?
You're good, man. I checked out your comedy. You're hilarious, dude.
Thank you, fam.
No problem. I love that you. I don't know if you wear it all the time, but you had a Slimer shirt on. That was amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's my little. And that was before this whole re-release, reboot of the Ghostbusters. So my shit's authentic.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's.
What do you think of this reboot?
Oh.
What'd you say?
I said, what do you think of the reboot?
I was hoping for a little bit more from the trailer. I know you can't judge a movie based on the trailer, just like you can't judge a book by the cover. But like, I don't know, the trailer left me stuff you wanting more, man.
I don't know,
to
man.
me, it looks like a parody of the Ghostbusters.
Oh,
It just looks awful.
So bad.
Yeah.
For real. I don't know about y'all, because I grew up in the 80s. That was my shit. That was one of the few movies we had on VHS, and I watched the hell out of it. I mean, that was my movie. So.
I begged my parents to take me to it, and I got it twice because my dad took me to see it, and then I just kept bugging my mom. I'm like, Mom, you got to see it. It's great. So she took me to see it, man. That was the best movie.
That was like the
hell yeah! I had all the toys, too. I had the little figurines. I had all the shit.
Oh, my friend Jesse had those. I didn't get any of those, man. They were so cool. They were so fucking cool.
That was like one of the first movies I can remember watching, actually.
I mean, you know, I don't know. I've heard people say it before. I've heard Ron Bennington. He is a radio show. Ron and Fez. Like you rush your kids because it's like. You remember how good of a movie it was. I showed my kids. They loved the movie, but I'm like, I don't know if they were old enough for it yet, you know?
Right.
But yeah, they love that movie, man. We worked with a dude, too, and he was like almost 30, and he had never seen it.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy to me, man.
Right?
That's crazy.
Oh.
Some people don't get the points of reference, man. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, because he was going to the bathroom, and I'm like, you want me to go with you? We could cross streams. And he's like, we acted all fucking mad. And I'm like, well, it's Ghostbusters. And he's like, I've never seen that. And I think I punched him as hard as I could.
How could you nuts?
Oh, man, I would have pissed on his foot.
That's all you could do at that
motherfucker. Most iconic lines from the most iconic movies of all time.
Right?
Know your history.
Exactly. How long have you been doing comedy for, Cyrus?
I've been doing stand-up for almost 8 years, and before that, I was foolishly doing improv for a couple of years until I hit the crack pipe.
I was going to
stand up, and I never looked back.
I was going to say, bro, because you were just so comfortable up there. You just do it like I haven't seen that out of many. How comfortable you are.
Nice.
Well, dude, honest to goodness, it's been like we were talking about growing up, man. I was always a class clown. Dude, I've always been a cut-up. I've always been silly. And it was just so, like, I guess you could say, like, almost 2 years ago that I connected the dots and like, oh, I can actually make this a viable career option.
Cool.
I got suspended. I got detention. You know what I mean? I've paid the price of being a clown, so I might as well get paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I was, too. I remember there was one day my mom had to come in and talk to every one of my teachers. Everyone. It was like one after another.
That's amazing.
Like, just telling her how awful I was.
Yeah. Dude, I remember, honestly, one of the first times I got in school suspension is because, you remember that show, A Living Color?
Yes.
Oh,
I love that show.
Fucking Fire Marshal Bill, Jim Carrey. Everybody knows this movie, but like, I grew up watching Fire Marshal Bill, and I remember my earliest little routines is I turned on the Bunsen burner in science class, and became Fire Marshal Bill, and I got an in-school suspension for that.
That's amazing.
Nice.
You're cooking fish sticks.
You remember that? Yeah,
Let me show you something. Right? You paid your dues, bro. Homie the Clown. Oh my God. A Men on Film too. I loved. Holy shit.
The Homeboy Shopping Network. All of them, yo.
Yes, that was
The head detective.
Yeah.
Handyman.
Handyman. Oh my God, he screamed up and away and just fell.
I feel like the stuff they did on that show, they probably couldn't even get away with this in this day and age. You know what
No.
I mean? You look back at some of that stuff, I'm like, I don't even think they can get that on TV like now.
No, dude.
And when you talk about Handyman and all that stuff,
Yeah.
Milo.
Seriously.
Before Twitter, so like the LGBT community, they would just killing Fox for that Venus Milo.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's even like even Seinfeld. I don't think you can get away with some of the shit they did. And that was only in the 90s, you know? Like, it's just changed so much. Well, look at fucking Archie Bunker. Oh, my. You could never get away with that.
if you know my comedy, if you've seen what I do, it's like I am anything but PC. You know
I-
what I'm saying?
that-
Like,
that's what I love.
I go the other direction.
You
So
totally,
it's
yes.
hard for me, when comedy has become so watered down, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to, like, find and build your audience, you know, because we got a real wussified society we live in now.
And I think people are craving for like what you do, like because we gotta do it on our show. We just say whatever we want. We let people say whatever we want and whatever they want. And I think that's one of the great things about us. Like,
yeah, a lot of people don't realize they have a First Amendment right. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't use it.
Exactly.
A lot of people waste it.
And you have the right to offend, like, you know, not that you should say certain things around you know, certain people because there's consequences to pay, but you still have the right to offend people and to your opinion. Like people get all mad about the guy from Chick-fil-A, you know, not wanting gay marriage, but when it comes down to it, what is that guy gonna do? He's not gonna stop gay marriage. Like, he's just a guy and he has his own opinion, and that's his right. That's his fucking right, dude.
People just get so scared nowadays too because you see so much stories in the news about people who offended somebody. But like Rucka Ali, we talked to recently, and we had asked him about like if he had always ever been afraid, and he was like, yeah, in the beginning, but then he realized that nothing ever happened.
And we've had it too, where like people have given us death threats, like, so that's what you're saying we're hate speech, but you're telling us you're gonna kill us. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's crazy.
I know people who take issue with things that you say end up like saying far worse things than they retort to you. And it's also, we live in the internet world, so we've created a lot of false bravado. Like any asshole can hide behind his keyboard and punch up a bunch of stuff and just, you know what I mean, be threatening or whatever they want to be. But it's like you're behind a keyboard in your mom's basement somewhere in like fucking Duluth, Minnesota or something. Like, come on, dude.
I probably bring this up way too much, but like a year ago we did a story about a woman who burned a baby alive. Like, she just gave birth to it and threw it in the street and lit it on fire. And so we made fun of the story because it's kind of ridiculous.
It's good, like,
and the woman who was mad at us, who commented, this random person who saw something she didn't like, she comments on this video and says that we are worse than that woman who burned her baby alive. And that we, that we should be burnt alive for saying the things that we said.
So that's your logic is just flawless. Flawless.
People suck, yo. People suck. And not just like the Trump supporters. Like, I've been getting a lot of stuff on Twitter, like Trump supporters, some crazy right-wing cats. They've been coming at me, dude.
Dude, I'm trying to get them after me, but I've tweeted to him, like, no, nothing, dude.
Well, why are they coming after you? You make a lot of Trump jokes, or?
I consider myself a political satirist. You know, I'm a humorist. So it's like I look at the world that's going on around me, what's going on around me, and I comment on it like any good, observant artist would do. And so, you know, he's been in my crosshairs for a while because I think he sucks. But a lot of his people, they like, you know, there's always the people who got like the egg or like 6 followers on Twitter who try to come at you hard.
The egg, yes! They're the hardest.
You're an egg, dude. You're an egg with 3 followers. Get out of here.
Even when they follow me, I just block. You don't have you're an egg. I just block you.
Totally. Like I made a whole thing. I said, I mean, this is harsh. You talk about freedom speech and harsh, but I made a nice little harmless joke about I haven't seen anything like this Trump campaign since Charlie Sheen's meltdown a few years ago. Everybody remembers when Charlie Sheen had his meltdown and he got fired for 2.5 minutes. So I said,
I love that meltdown.
I did love that meltdown.
Hopefully Trump has AIDS. I don't know. Maybe there's a silver lining in all this. And like, oh my God, you should die. You son of a bitch. He's making America great again. You're the idiot. It's just a tweet, man. It's just a tweet. It's just a tweet.
Right? Exactly. That's what Twitter's for, just to be silly, man. Like, oh my
Absolutely,
God.
Man. It's like you guys, though. You're on the radio. You just another audience that you feed your comedy to. That's all.
Yeah. Yup. Exactly. It was crucial in growing the show. Like, I don't think we would be where we are without Twitter.
Yep.
What state are you guys out of? What city?
Jersey.
Oh, okay, so you're close by. Okay, I'm in Brooklyn right now.
Yeah, we're South Jersey, but as I was going to ask you, I saw you in Brooklyn, but you were from Boston, correct?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Boston, but I've been living in Brooklyn for a long time, so I'm almost half and half. Almost half my life has been in Brooklyn.
That's what I was gonna ask. How the transition was? Did you move like when you were still in like school?
No, I moved to New York right as soon as I got out of college. And I went to like Europe for a little bit, and then I moved to New York in 2002. So I've been in New York for 14 years.
Wow. Doing comedy the whole time, or
what's that?
have you been doing comedy the whole time you've been in New York?
Well, no, I moved here. I was doing acting for a few years, drama school, Shakespeare, ballet, all that shit. And then I did improv foolishly for a couple of years. And then I hit the crack pipe back in like 2008. and I've been, I haven't put it down since.
Yeah, I saw that you're theatrically trained, classically.
Yeah.
Where did you go? Did you do that in Europe, or did you do that in college?
No. I did it in New York. I went to the Stella Adler Conservatory of Acting. It's where like Brando went. It's where De Niro went. It's a really prestigious acting school and really rigorous training and a program that's like really difficult to get into. So that was my whole life for like a good few years. But then, interestingly enough, I ran into my old buddy from school, and he was like, "I knew you were going to be a comedian because you was always cracking jokes when we were in Shakespeare." I was like, "Oh, yeah. You did it before I did. All right." So yeah, it took a long time to finally wake up.
Yeah,
I finally woke up.
I saw too. What season were you on Last Comic Standing?
The very last season, last year.
Oh wow, you were a semi-finalist. Is that really like cutthroat? I only seen the first episode, but like it seemed really cutthroat, dude.
Oh, it totally is. It's a whole sort of pressure cooker situation. You know what I mean? Like that's asking me what it was like, and it was very much like being in a pressure cooker. I don't know if you've been around a lot of comics at one time, but I was basically around like 40 comics in that initial round, and then it was like we whittled it down to like 20-something. But whenever you're around that many comedians and there's that much nervous energy in the room, it's like cats are just they're pacing back and forth. You have people cursing out their agents on the phone. You have people going over their material. It was really, really like pressure filled. But it was also I had some light moments too because we are comedians, so we just standard to practices. You had NBC people in the suits, and we had to approve all of our jokes with these suits. And like this one comic was losing her mind because like she had to edit herself down. And she was trying to re-rehearse it, and we were just having fun at her expense. And so a lot of us we just were like, whatever, it is what it is. And now in hindsight, I wish I would have taken it even a lot less heavy than I took it at the time.
Yeah. Did that help your career being on there?
Yes, actually, I think the show I'm about to go to is probably, I think the person, first saw me on that and they're using that as credit. So,
cool.
Yeah, I could say it has. It's definitely provided more performing opportunities. And, like, I talked to an old comic, it's like, they said, the thing about comedy is it's like, the long and short is you just want to be able to do it. Money will come, sitcoms will come, different things will come, but the end all be all is that you actually get to do it. You love this art form, it's a gift, it's a passion, and, all you can hope for is just more and more opportunities to perform. So that's essentially what I got out of it. Is I got a lot more opportunities to perform. I've got a credit that to get you in a lot of doors.
Yeah.
And for that, I'm grateful because this is what I really love to do. It took me so long to realize that this was a gift.
Yeah, dude, it seriously
so now
is.
I'm all about it,
Yeah, man. Our friend Dave, he's a comedian, and he just recently did a music video with Jim Brewer, and I was like, dude, you're blowing up, and he said, maybe I am, maybe I'm not, but either way, I've had a great time doing it.
Totally. You're always guilty of looking better to others than you do to yourself in many regards. It's almost like, people can see the success and they can see you on television and think that that's it, you've made it. But it's like, for me, what I love to do is just get on stage. So I get on stage at least once a day, whether it be an open mic or be a bar show or be, at a church or a comedy club. It's like I'm getting on stage every day. So that's what I love to do. And really, at the end of the day, nothing's going to stop me from doing that. It can only, I guess, improve my opportunities and chances to perform in different places. But it all comes back to the beginning. It's just you, a notebook, a microphone, day in, day out grind.
Yeah,
and
man.
It's because you love it. That's what it's all about. You do it because you love it.
Now, I heard you say church. Do you ever clean your act up for, like, different audiences?
Yeah, I had to do a church. I did a show in a church, and I did a show in a cancer ward, which was, like, interesting. That's probably one of the roughest shows I had.
Yeah.
Because, when you're dying, ain't shit really funny.
Yeah, man. That's a rough one.
As a comedian, like, those are just those gigs that you get that sort of, increase your metal and sort of make you a better seasoned performer. There's no way around it, especially in New York City. There's so many odd performing opportunities that you end up taking up, like the dingy Italian restaurant in Staten Island. I've done, a dive bar that, had a leak in it in Queens. It's like, you never know what your week is going to look like. But it's, it's people ready to laugh. You know what I'm saying? Just people ready to escape from their shit day, and you are a conduit to making them feel better.
Yes.
So performing every day, do you perform the same set?
Well, when you basically you're always generating material. It's like, you have your club set when and one of the earliest things that you learn as a comedian is that, you have to tailor your set to different audiences. That was one of the toughest lessons I had learned. Like, so if you're doing a show up in Harlem like I had last Saturday, a lot of the hood shit doesn't transition very well or translate very well if you're doing like a corporate sort of gig or like a show in a church, for instance. So it's about you perform different jokes in different combinations in different orders depending on the circumstances and what they dictate. So sometimes, I'll do these 8 jokes in a row, and like the show tonight, like it's going to be a bar show in Brooklyn. I'm about to head to. So it's like, okay, I could be a little bit looser. I feel like I could talk about some stuff that's going on in the news. I could talk about race stuff. Other audiences, you just look at a sea of older middle-aged white folks, and it's like, okay, I don't know if they're going to necessarily get some of my stuff about growing up in the inner city. So it's like you just call it audible, almost like, Aaron Rodgers or whatever. You're right there, and it's like, okay, you plan to do this, but it's like the defense is throwing something else at you, so you just call an audible real quick, and then you just hit them with something else,
Yeah. I saw, too, you were in the New York Post as one of the 5 or 10 sexiest men.
Yeah, once upon a time.
Oh, not anymore?
Back in the year 2010.
Oh, that's so long ago.
Yeah. I was a looker, man, in my
youth. Do they just choose you, or do you put yourself into like a poll? Because I want to put our intern.
It was the most gratifying and organically surprising things ever. I was standing in a doorway in New York City, in Chelsea, and I guess she turned out to be a reporter. She came and she sized me up, and she started asking me some questions. And I'm like, oh, yeah, so what do you do? It's like, I'm a comedian and all this stuff, and also, a part-time door guy. At the time I was doing that. And she's like, okay, would you mind if I take your picture and potentially enter you in the contest we're going on in New York City, trying to select the sexiest New Yorkers we find in New York City, just regular people and stuff. And I was like, all right. So she took my picture. I gave her my email, never thought about it again. And then I get an email like the week before it's coming out. I was like, oh, sorry, she think you're one of the 5 sexiest men in New York. I was like, okay.
Wow. Holy shit, that's crazy.
Just completely standing on the street minding my business. So.
We're sending you up to New York, Pete.
I want to know how they, what the process to determine that is. Like, she brings the picture to the office and gets all her girlfriends around. What do you think about this guy?
They put it on hotornot.com.
Probably get...
it was considered Tinder for Tinder. They swipe right on her, brother. That's all they did. Swipe right on me.
I would probably get most ape-like.
He's hunched over. He's hunched over a lot.
I have terrible posture.
That goes to show you can try to pursue, notoriety, you can be killing yourself trying to be noticed, and then you just standing there minding your business, and something crazy just falls out.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's how like most
crazy.
videos go viral, right? Like, people don't expect them to go viral.
Yeah.
It just fucking happens.
Totally. Just a random Tuesday or Wednesday.
It was like striking gold.
Yup.
Nice. Have you acted too, Cyrus? I saw, what was it, a movie? Damn, where did I write it? Obvious Child.
Obvious Child.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a little Indie Darling from 2014, yeah.
What was that about?
That was me, or actually, who was it? The casting director for that, seen me performing at a show, and she was casting another movie at the time, and so she called me in to audition for it. And I actually auditioned and actually was given the role for this other movie. And then at the last minute, which often happens, you'll hear this from other actors will tell you this, like the producers, they wanted a name attached to it so that they could sell the movie more, or at least that's their bullshit objective. And so they took the movie away that she cast me in. And she was so upset. I was so upset. But she's like, dude, I love you. I love your stuff. I'm going to call you in on the next thing that comes to my office. And the next thing happened to be Harvey's house. So I went in to that. And it turns out it was for the role of the comedian. And so that was that. And I actually just ran into the woman again who produced that movie on the street like 20 minutes ago. It's man, you just walking in New York Street and stuff happens.
Wow. That's crazy. What was on I saw too? It was Almost Will and Jada.
Oh, well, Almost Will and Jada. That was just like a little pet project that I did with my friend Deanna Bouye, who's a great actress and writer. And she just always said to me, like, you remind me of like a cooler Will Smith. Her words, not mine. Her words, not mine. And so she, this was like her little pet project. She wanted to fill a little thing about a guy who grew up with Will Smith, who basically was supposed to be Will Smith, but just didn't make the break. And so that's why I basically played Will Smith's childhood friend who was more talented, more everything, but didn't get the shot. So he was bitter and angry and stuff. So that's what Almost Will and Jada is all about.
Oh, that's great. That sounds great, dude.
Totally.
Nice. And what are
you guys? Are you down in South Jersey? So are you the Eagles territory?
Yes, it's awful. It's awful. I come from North Jersey, so I'm a Yankees fan,
Got you. Giants, I'm assuming?
Yes.
I would have to say Giants, if I was going to... I'm more of a hockey guy myself.
I'm more baseball, but...
I like the Devils, but everyone around
so
here
you
likes
like the
the
Devils
Flyers.
as opposed to the Flyers. That's so weird how that happens. It's almost like Connecticut, where it's like some people will root for the Yankees, some people will root for the Red Sox. It's like Jersey's weird like that. It's cut in the middle.
It really is. Like, I never saw it till I came down here, man. It's
like,
really weird.
When you get into, like, the southern, like, the closer you get to the Pine Barrens, the more, like, it becomes, like, hick to...
Yeah, dude, there's, like, they call them Pineys. They're the fucking, the hillbillies of South Jersey.
They think they're, like, friggin' hillbillies. They're, like... You got some people walking around with like a fake Southern accent,
I think we got a call. Robin Slim Show. Hello.
Turn your radio off.
Hello.
Hello.
Who's it? Is this Michael?
Yes, it is.
Michael, I'm sorry, dude. Give us a call back at 7:30 on the dot, dude.
No problem.
In like 8 more minutes, okay?
Okay.
All right, dude. Talk to you then.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right. That was our next guest, Cyrus. Sorry about that, dude.
No worries, brother. No worries.
I
was just down in Atlantic City, man. I had a good weekend down in Atlantic City.
Cool. Where did you
Went to
perform?
the White House and got a sub. I actually wasn't performing. I was just gambling for a change. It was It was a little quick 2-day trip down there.
Nice.
With the lady, and we ate and we gambled and we swam in the pool and sat in the jacuzzi and just decompressed. It was good.
Cool. Yeah, it's great to have that time just to do that. We went a couple weeks ago. We had a beer festival we went to, and it was a lot of fun, dude.
They keep saying that I always hear that AC is going away, that they're just not making enough money there, I guess.
Yeah, what is up with that?
I don't know, man. Well, apparently back in the day, it was the place to be, and you definitely see it's economically impoverished, especially around the casinos and stuff like that. But I had a good time. I wouldn't notice. I went to that. I hit the outlet. I got a couple pair of sneakers, gambling.
Nice.
I was eating. I went to the White House. Got the best hoagie I've ever had. It was ridiculously huge and beautiful.
Nice.
I had a good time.
Nice, dude. Nice. That's cool.
I'm not going to ruin the White House. I've heard horrible things about
Really?
that place. Yeah.
What is that? A restaurant or a buffet?
No,
or
I've been there.
It's a tough spot. What'd you hear?
It's really good, but this one guy that I used to work with, I liked it when I went, but this guy I used to work with, he was telling me that he saw somebody drop a chunk of cheesesteak meat on the floor.
And
pick
pick
it
it
up
up?
and just put it back on the
Well, see, I live in New York City, so I've eaten enough street meat from the halal cars. I'm sure they got truck exhaust breathing all over that.
I think it's great in New York. You're allowed to have a certain amount of cockroaches.
Yeah.
It's exceptable.
There's the shish kebab you get. I
Otherwise,
love those.
everybody would go out of business.
Yeah.
I love those street kebabs you get, off the...
Yeah, the holla, the halal joints, man. For real, man. You never know what you get in them joints.
Yeah.
You gotta kiss it up to God. You know what I mean? Like, as if you did drop it. When they hand it to you, you kiss it up to God.
The silverfish burrito.
Those silver fish are delicious.
Cyrus, we have to wrap this up, dude, but it was great talking to you. Can you tell everybody where they could find you?
All right, you can find me at Broadway Comedy Club here in New York City, right off of Times Square. So you don't have to trek too far into the madness to see me. I'm there twice a week, typically. I'm also Greenwich Village Comedy Club. You can also see me up in Harlem at Grill on the Hill. That's the show I run monthly. Some of the hottest, funniest comics in the country perform there. You can also find me at Greenwich Village Comedy Club, which is on McDougal Street. I'll be there next Tuesday and Wednesday. So, yeah, I'm in the city. And
Awesome.
I'm always in Brooklyn, baby. Always in Brooklyn.
Nice, dude. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you guys.
No problem. Talk to you soon.
Take care, man.
All right, brother, man. Peace.
Peace. He was cool.
He was awesome. All right, guys, we're going on break. We will be back.
With Michael Nemeth. He's an author.
All right.